Okay, so now we are on YouTube. So far, all we spoke about before the YouTube had worked, all we spoke about is the importance of salah. And mashallah, you guys gave some beautiful answers and your shout out, including that salah purifies your heart and that salah is the first pillar of Islam, the second pillar of Islam, sorry, and that with salah we keep purifying ourselves routinely, communicates us with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and purifies our hearts and minds and souls. You guys had some beautiful answers. Now, the pillar, the sorry, the conditions of prayer. With like we said, the conditions are things that without them the action is not correct. In order for any action to be correct, there's conditions have to be correct before it. Okay, and in order for your salah to be correct, these conditions have to be there. Among the first one is Islam. A person who's not a Muslim, his prayer doesn't count. A person who does not pray, his salah does not count. Okay. Um, the first condition of any action in Islam to be accepted, especially salah, is that you're a Muslim. So let's say a non-Muslim gets up and makes salah. A non-Muslim gets up and makes salah. Would his salah be accepted by Allah? A non-Muslim gets up and makes the Zuhur salah with you. He goes to the masjid and makes salah al-Zuhur. And he doesn't believe in Islam. He doesn't call himself a Muslim. He said, I'm doing this out of humanity. I'm doing this out of just, being a good person. I'm not a Muslim. And he goes and he just does the movements you do and says the stuff that you say. He doesn't believe in any of this. He just does it, he does it just to be a better person, to be more communicated with the world or whatever. Whatever he does it purpose for. He's not doing it for Allah. Is his salah counted?
No.
Of course not. So the first condition of any action, especially salah, is Islam, that you are a Muslim. Also, guys, and I need you guys to remember these, okay? For tomorrow. So tomorrow we're gonna just all you have tomorrow for the games is the hadith about the 5 pillars of Islam. Everything we spoke about the shahadatain, the 2 testimonies, and the importance of salah and the conditions of salah. The other stuff of salah, inshallah, we leave that for next week. But okay. Now that we know what's in the games tomorrow, let's continue with our conditions. The next thing is intention. You should make an intention in your hearts, of course. Your intention is where? Where's your intent? Where do you intend to do something?
We're supposed to intend like for our own good and for Allah. We're not supposed to do it because
Of course. You're right. Yeah. You're right. And we intend in our hearts. We intend in our hearts. So when I say we intend in our hearts, we don't say, for example, nawait was asalli salat al-dhuhr, arba rak'at, hadir. No, this was something made up that someone added to Islam. But when the Prophet ﷺ, he stood up to pray, he never said, I intend to pray 4 rak'at, prayer dhuhr, on time or not. No. The intention comes naturally in the heart. When you intend, you intend to wake up and go to school. Do you say, I intend, I'm going to school? Or you just have it in your heart? All right? Subhanallah. So the intention is in the heart, and your intention is that you pray this prayer solely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sincerely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you know exactly what prayer you're praying, and you know all of that in your heart. That knowledge that you have in your mind and heart about what prayer you're praying, and you're praying for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to please Allah, that is the intention. Yes, Aurelia, you have your hand up. Go ahead. Or was that from before?
No, I have a question. Yes, it says sanity. It says prayer is not valid if performed by an insane person. What does it mean by that?
Inshallah, we're trying to get to there, inshallah. So I'm going, like, look at the arrow. I'm going this way. I'm going to get to that, inshallah. But just because you asked, I'm going to get there. But just because you asked, Aurelia, I'm going to skip, and I'm going to skip there and then come back to it again. Sanity means that the person has enough intellect, enough, his mind is correct, he's not insane, that he could tell the difference between right and wrong. So a person who's insane, he has, mental problems, and he cannot tell the difference between right and wrong, that person, his prayer, even if he doesn't pray, Allah doesn't judge him because he doesn't have, sanity. And his prayer, his whether he prays or not, it's not an issue. And it's a condition. In order for your salah to count, you have to have sanity. You have to know what you're doing, basically. You have to be conscious and know what you're doing. I think we're finished with intention. Any questions about intentions, guys?
No.
Okay. Next one, facing the Qibla. Next intention, we must face the Qibla. The whole world face one place in the world. All of the world face the same direction.
I know.
Where is that?
The Kaaba.
The Kaaba.
East.
The Kaaba.
The Kaaba in Mecca, correct. The whole world face. When you say east, one of you guys said east. When you say east, if you're in America, you face east sometimes, sometimes southeast. SubhanAllah, when I was in the Virgin Islands, we prayed. It was east, perfect east. SubhanAllah. But for example, when I'm in Palestine, it's like we pray southwest. So every place you're in the world is going to be a different direction. Some people pray north. The people who live, like, for example, in Yemen, they're gonna face north. So according to if you're in Africa, you're gonna point also east. You're gonna point east, of course, if you're in Africa. So according to where you're in the world, you have a certain direction that how you face the Kaaba, and this is called the direction. Of course, the Muslims do not worship the Kaaba. This is the first house of worship that was ever built. This wasn't the first Qibla. This wasn't the first direction of prayer. Who knows the first direction of prayer that we were ordered to point to face while we were praying? Who knows that direction?
The Kaaba.
Who knows the direction of prayer?
The Kaaba in Mecca.
Before the Kaaba.
Or was it Aqsa?
Yes. It was Masjid al-Aqsa. So let's count these again, guys. Let's count the conditions again, because you guys have to memorize them for tomorrow, right? Islam, you have to be a Muslim. The intention, you have to intend to pray before you pray. And you have to intend to be sincere to Allah. You have to face the Kaaba in Mecca, right? All the Muslim worlds face the same direction. Islam is an organized religion, right? Also, let's go to, so let's if we can number them, it'll probably make it easier. That's 1, 2, 3. Sorry about the handwriting. It's hard to write something with the mouse. 4. Guys, when you pray, you must be covered. Okay? And of course, for the women, they cover in the salah. We're talking about salah now, so we're not talking about covering the awrah. When women leave their house, women that are adults, when they leave their house, that, their hijab, of course, sometimes, scholars have different opinions whether to cover the face or not. That's not what we're talking about now. We're talking about just salah. So a woman is praying in her house, okay? she must cover everything except her face and hands. Everything. Okay? Except face and hands for a woman. Of course, not being tight, not being see through, everything. And you guys, you girls, I'm sure the girls know that there is a special clothing for salah. Sometimes, if they, yes, please ask.
I heard that you can't wear niqab when you're praying. Is that true?
You could pray niqab when you're praying. Yes, it's okay.
But is it disliked?
No, I never heard that it's disliked to wear niqab when you're making salah. Especially if you're in public. The women that wear niqab in public, they're not going to take off niqab when they're praying. No. It's not, But when you're in your house, in your house, there's no necessity to wear niqab because it's not part of the conditions to cover your face while you're praying. So even if a woman wears niqab, covers her face, and she prays when she's praying in her privacy in her house, the privacy of her own home, she doesn't need to wear niqab. No. So everything for a woman should be covered while praying except the face and the hands. For a man, the man awra, his normal awra is from his belly button up until his knees. And while he's praying, he should have something over his shoulders. He should, and nowadays, the way clothing is made today, it fits over your shoulders anyways. It rests on your shoulder anyway. Even the shadish, the dress, the normal Islamic qamis, the dress that we wear today, it sits on your shoulder anyway, and it covers your shoulder and chest anyway. But in those days, their clothing were a little different. The men clothing were a little different. If you ever see like the hajj, what we wear in hajj, the men clothing in normal life was very similar to that. It was like, the izar, the rida. Up to today, if you look at the Yemeniya, the people from Yemen, they wear a different type of clothing. Sometimes it looks like I don't know, how can we call it? The izar and rida, one thing is like it comes around like when I mean a skirt, I mean it in respect, of course. And the other one,
Oh yeah, my dad
just
used to wear those.
a piece comes, right?
Yeah, it's not like a skirt, but it's like one cloth, and you have to like wrap it around you and then like tie it a certain way.
Yeah, I didn't want to call it a skirt. I just couldn't find a name for it.
It's not a skirt.
What would you call it in English? It's not a skirt, no. What would you call it in English?
I don't know, more like a wrap.
Like a wrap. Let's just call it a wrap. It's more respectful.
Like a thou, half of a thou. It's like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I made one for my dolls when I was little, when my parents went to Hajj and with my grandma, and so now I don't remember. It was like last year.
Yeah, because that was the main clothing in those days. That's how the men dressed. So that's why the Prophet ﷺ told the men that when you pray, also cover your shoulders. So put something over your shoulders. Like I said, clothing nowadays.
I'm pretty sure it's like. I'm pretty sure it's like to have like loose clothing, like women can't just go out with a long sleeve shirt and leggings.
Of course, 100%. You're right. 100%. 100% you're correct. That even for the men, of course, for the women, and even for the men, they should have loose clothes covering all of their bodies, loose clothes and not tight clothes and not see-through clothes. Of course, you're right, 100%. Number 5, every salah has a time that it starts, and inshallah, there's a beautiful story. It's just subhanAllah, the time. What I'll do is I'll go through all of the conditions, and then next week, inshallah, starting Monday, I'll explain some of them in more detail. There's a beautiful story of Jibreel that he came to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ 2 days back to back. The first day, he prayed with the Prophet in the start of each time of Salah. And the second day, he prayed with the Prophet in the end of each Salah. And then he told the Prophet, so what we prayed yesterday that was the start of the Salah. Like, for example, that was what the times that we prayed yesterday, that was the start of Dhuhr. And the time that we prayed today, this was the end of Dhuhr. So that's how we taught the Prophet ﷺ. So for example, for Fajr, when the second, when there's the fake dawn and the real dawn, breaking of the dawn, there's like a breaking in the sky. If you guys live in a dark place without lights, and you look in the sky at Fajr time, there's actually a breaking in the sky. Like it breaks, like there's like a line of light in the sky. There's one of them, they call it Fajr al-Sadiq, the true Fajr. And then that's when the Fajr starts, that breaking of the light breaking through the darkness of the sky. And subhanAllah, and then the Fajr finishes at sunrise. So the one day the Prophet ﷺ prayed with Jibreel at the start of Fajr, one day he prayed before Fajr ended. And the same thing with Dhuhr and Asr, and there's a time where it starts. Even if in our days it's easy because we have watches, right? And they have like this timetable telling us, okay, the Salah starts from this time to this time. But in those days, they actually had to watch the different signs in the sky with whether it was night or day. Anyone here know, like, for example, how do you know when Dhuhr starts and ends? Let me see. Without the watch.
Dhuhr starts in mid-afternoon and it ends when Asr comes in.
How do you know when Asr comes in?
I have this thing.
I know. Imagine you didn't have the timetable. Imagine you didn't have watches and timetables and all of that. Now it's set. Now, mashallah, we have committees around the world.
Can you look at the moon for the date too?
So basically,
me and my dad, we made sure if it was Maghrib time by going outside and looking at the sky, and there was like the sun at the other side, but then when we looked at the other side, it was dark. No sun.
Back in the day, people used to put a stick like on their hand and like put their hand like at the sun as if it was like a clock, and then they would tell prayer time. I don't know how to do that though.
Subhanallah. I'll give you guys an easy way, even though you guys don't need this. Right now, it's on our phones. We could just go and check what time is prayer time, and the committees, the legend of the Salah, they do this for us. But in the old days, right? The Prophet ﷺ taught us that the way we know Dhuhr starts when the shadow starts again. There's a time in the day, in the afternoon, early afternoon, where the sun is right in the middle of the sky, and all shadows go away. It's like right on top of your head. That time, that Zawal time, we don't pray. Now, when the sun moves. When the sun moves and you could see the shadow again, when shadow starts again, right? That's when Dhuhr starts. Right? When shadow starts again, after moving from the middle of the sky, more to the west, right? Then that's when Dhuhr starts. Now, how do you know when Dhuhr finishes? When your shadow becomes your size, that's when Asr starts and Dhuhr finishes. So when if you put like a stick in the middle of the thing and of the ground, as soon as shadow starts, after the shadow goes away, the sky is in the middle of the sky. This time is we shouldn't pray when the sun is exactly in the middle of the sky. It's not Dhuhr time yet. When it moves a little to the west, Dhuhr starts. The shadow starts on the other side again, right? And then when the sun moves until this object, the shadow of it becomes its exact size, that's when Asr starts. And of course, telling the difference between Asr and Maghrib is easy, right? Because one of you guys just said it. I think Oralia, she just said that when the sun sets, we know Maghrib starts. So that one is easy to see that when Asr finishes and Maghrib starts, when the sun sets, yeah. And then subhanAllah, we know Maghrib finishes when the horizon, that twilight in the horizon, like that reddish color, when that disappears. In these days, subhanAllah, because you guys like all live like in these places have so much lights, you're not going to see all of these different effects in the sky. But if you were living if you're like in the ocean, dark ocean, you could see all of this. SubhanAllah, sometimes I used to see it when I was in the Virgin Islands, the twilight in the sky. If you you have to be in a place where there's not like high buildings and you could actually see the horizon and it's dark. You could see all of these different things, subhanAllah.
Yeah. Also, when you're far away from like cities, because there's less like gas in the
That's
air and
true.
all that pollution, like
Yeah,
greenhouse
I
gas,
live in the
whatever.
suburbs.
Yeah, that's
Where
I
I
live
used
like
to
around the rural places, like in the countryside.
where I used to live one time, I was in a state that like the sun, what like I don't know, it was like nighttime and then the whole sky was like red somehow.
MashaAllah.
Have you ever seen a red moon?
Yes.
Oh yeah, one
I
time
have.
I saw like this, I've never
Guys,
seen a
what I'm
red moon.
doing is I'm copy and pasting. Heather actually wrote the notes, but because you guys can't see them, because I set
Copy
the
that and
chat,
put it in the chat.
I set the chat just so you could send me and I could send you. Until we start to behave more in the chat, I'll put it back how it was. So what I do is I just forward Heather's notes. So everyone should be able to see Heather's notes now. I resent it, right? Jazakallah khairan, Heather. Yeah, so tomorrow be ready for all of them, all of the conditions. So we reach to appropriate time, and of course purification. We're gonna have a special class where we just speak about purification, including having your clothes clean, your body clean, making wudu, ghusl if required. Of course, salah comes obligated on a person when they reach puberty, but the parents are supposed to teach them at 7 and discipline for them at 10. And of course, Orali already asked about the last one, sanity. I spoke about that already. Of course, a person, prayer to count, he has to have right mind, right? He can't be like insane or anything like that.
What do you mean by insane? Like the terms of insane?
Yeah.
Insane, the meaning of insane is a person can't tell the difference between right and wrong. Like a person will do something, he doesn't know if this is right or wrong. He can't tell the difference between what is good for him and what is bad for him. You know, he doesn't have that right mind, sound mind.
Are we supposed to have break now?
Yes, you're right. We're supposed to have break now. Yes.
Okay. Now that
Your break starts right now, guys. Break started.
Tell me everyone's height. I want to measure.
So you guys know, I live in the suburbs, and my aunt, who's 11 years old, she lives in New York, so she doesn't get to see stars, and so she'd like to go in the backyard at nighttime, and she's like, look at the stars.
Oh, I just
Your
realized.
aunt is 11 years old.
New York, you cannot see the stars. I just realized.
Then
that
that means age is fake kid.
She was born on a leap day.
My cat just gave birth.
Centimeters. Can you guys tell me your height in centimeters?
What?
Tell me your height in centimeters.
I don't know how tall I am.
184.
Wait, let me see.
6
I
foot.
keep bringing my leg into my desk.
Your leg room.
You know that I'm facing the Qibla when I'm doing my class and I'm facing the Qibla.
My cat just had baby.
Me and my dad, we were like,
Did anyone hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Nadia.
Hear you.
You heard what I said?
What'd you say?
My cat just gave birth.
Are you serious?
Oh my god, like literally right this second?
Like this second?
No, like last night.
Oh.
Oh wow, mashallah. Give her congratulations.
Okay,
She's so proud of her kittens. Like she keeps, whenever I see her, she keeps like, "Oh, look what I did! Look what I did!"
That's cute. Cats have feelings too.
Guess what? This is actually her 4th time having kittens.
Wow, that's so nice. Mashallah.
Yeah. It's like she copy and pasted because the last time she had kittens that looked exactly the same.
Okay. 184.
Maybe she's tricking you by putting all her by eating her kittens and then pooping them out.
It doesn't work like that.
Eating her kittens and then pooping them out.
It Is
It
Jamila
doesn't
ever
work like
gonna come
that.
back to class?
I don't think so. I think she stopped like paying for the class.
Oh, come on.
I know it doesn't work like that. I'm just kidding.
184.
Wait, and now wait, Khada, I'm 147 in centimeters.
I
Wait,
am.
you're
tall.
one. You're
47.
184
147.
147. Yeah.
You're like my brother's height.
I'm like 106.
Who said they're
146.
Who said they're 184?
I am 1 centimeter tall.
Just search it like you know how many feet and a few inches you are, then convert it on Google.
You don't know how short I am.
Wait, who said they're 184?
Yeah.
I'm
Sad.
1 tall.
Very sad.
Just
Very
kidding. I'm not 1 feet tall. I'm taller than that.
I'm 4
I'm
feet
like-
10 inches in total.
I
I'm
have
almost
a feeling.
6'6".
I have a feeling I'm almost 5 feet tall, but I don't know. I don't remember how tall I was last time.
It's
I went to the
impossible, you know?
Incarnated. My hand
If I
Honestly,
18
the last time
centimeters.
I ever measured myself was at Aquatica.
You know
Okay,
that
guys, the break is over, guys. I'm sorry. For Dean, is everything on the 5 pillars up until we took the conditions for tomorrow's games and quiz games, right? That we do every week. For Arabic, I want you guys to pay attention with me because we're gonna go soon to the Quran. Basically, we have. Let me share my screen. 1 second. Even though a lot of you guys are already on Lumio, so you could see what's on Lumio, but I'm gonna share my screen anyways. Okay. For Arabic tomorrow, what you guys need is these 4 prepositions. We call them little helpers, whatever. Min, which means you guys tell me. Min means what? Min huna ila huna.
Min means from.
From. Ila means
Ila means to.
to. Fi means in. Ala means
On.
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 Also for tomorrow's games, you need to know the 3 categories of Arabic words. الاسم والفعل
Bevan
والحرف.
is here. Can you write it on the screen and then can I take a screenshot? I
It's
didn't
there,
get to yesterday.
It's here. It's on the screen. You can't see the screen?
Yeah, but can you write the word?
You want me to write like noun, verb?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean this one here? You mean like you want me to write from
Uh-huh.
like this? It's hard to write with the mouse. Besides from, to, in, on. Okay. Min, ila, fi, ala. That's the 4 prepositions we talk. We also talk the 4 types of Arabic words. So
Ism is preposition.
no, ism is
fi'l-
noun. No.
Oh, yeah.
Ism,
Oopsies.
noun.
Noun, and then fi'l is verb.
Fi'l is verb.
And kharf is preposition.
بالظبط. Farf is preposition. Right? So you could take a screenshot after we're finished doing all of this. And now these words, I'm gonna choose some of them. I'm gonna circle them now. And basically you're gonna be these words that we circle now, plus whatever you guys learned of translation before. The words I choose now, tell me the meaning. What is this?
Teacher.
Read it first in Arabic.
المدرسة.
Al-madrasa.
Oh, madrasa.
What does that mean?
Madrasa. Madrasa means school, actually.
School. Okay, so school, you guys need to know what it means, okay? That one you need to know what it means. School. Okay, let's choose other words. This one, hammam. Hammam and marhad, both are used for the same thing. Both
What
are
is
used for restroom. But marhad actually means toilet and hammam means bathroom. But both could stand for restroom. Okay? I know the handwriting is not perfect while I'm using my mouse. Okay. Matbakh, you need that.
Is that
What
a
is
kitchen?
kitchen?
Okay.
Ghurfa is what?
Table?
No.
Bedroom.
Room. Okay. Room.
Sorry, I'm back.
What? Let's see what else I want to put on you guys. Is that enough?
Do you think you can maybe do one more?
One more. Okay. Al-mudiru. What's a mudiru? Who could tell us what's a mudiru? Al-mudiru is principal.
Oh.
Al-mudiru could mean principal or manager. Okay, guys. One more time. Al-mudiru
Like
means the principal. If you're talking about mudir al-madrasa, it's the principal. If you're talking about like mudir al-sharika, like a mudir of a certain
like that.
company or something, right? Then it's a manager. Manager.
Actually, nobody else was in there.
Ali, are you talking with us, Ali, or you?
No. No, but just like
What is happening?
I think she had her mic unmuted. She doesn't know.
She's not focused. Alia, you got caught at 4K.
I'll give you guys. You guys took these two yesterday. I mean, last week. Sin, which is China, and Hind, which is India. You guys already took those. So.
Wait, what? What is China?
A Sin,
Yeah,
China, Al Hindu, India.
I mean, just like their language is Hindu, right?
Hinduism.
Sorry. Oh, they use this. They take the word Hinduism from the name of the country, Hind. Okay. You guys want more?
No, we're okay.
No, I think we're good.
Okay. You guys could screenshot what's your responsibility for tomorrow now.
1 second, I am losing my memory. Is today Wednesday or Thursday?
Today is Wednesday.
Tomorrow's Thursday, guys. Tomorrow's the games day. The quiz
Yeah.
game.
Quick question. We have it at 6:30, right? Not 5:30?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, 6:30. Wait, yeah.
Oh, you guys talking about your meeting, the
Yes.
school meeting?
I have very bad memory. Oh my god.
Actually, yeah, I don't even remember. I can't lie.
Okay, guys, can we jump to Quran now?
May I leave now?
Wait, quick fun fact about me. I have very bad memory in memorizing important stuff, but I can yet memorize some random Korean lyrics and learn Korean dances.
Talk to me for Heather.
Can I switch?
Heather,
Next week, can I switch to Tuesday, Thursday? Quran.
You want to switch to Tuesday, Thursday? You're saying? You could. You want to start Tuesday, Thursday from next week, Bess?
Yes.
From next week? Okay. From next week, remind me that you want to switch. And I'll probably trade you with a different student because what happens is I try to balance it out.
No people Tuesday, Thursday.
Don't trade me. Don't trade me.
I'm not going to trade you.
I'm good where I am.
Okay. Okay, the students that have Quran today are Liana, Oralia, Rashid, and Iyad. Starting next week, well, that would mean we only have 3. That's gonna be. I need to bring if I put Oralia.
You can take me. To be honest, I don't care anymore.
I'll trade. Next week, remind me, guys. I trade with Heather with Oralia.
Why, Heather?
For Quran. We'll see, inshallah. Okay, guys, let's start our Quran session. We'll start today. Today we start from bottom up, right? Just to be fair. So today we start from Iyad.
What does it mean to be traded?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Nasser, can I trade, please?
We'll see next week, inshallah. All we're talking
What
about
does it
is
mean to be traded?
they just some of the students say rather than being reading Quran Monday, Wednesday, they want to read Quran Tuesday, Thursday. What I said is if I move a student from Monday, Wednesday to Tuesday, Thursday, it's gonna spoil the balance. So I'm gonna have to take another student and put them there instead. That's what I meant with trading.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I just
Let's
need
start.
to go.
Let's start with we gotta start with today, because just to be fair, on Wednesdays we start from the list of names from bottom up. So that the person who was last on Monday is first on Wednesday. So Iyad,
Okay.
Iyad, you were supposed to read two surah for us in review. They are Surah Al-Nasr and Surah Al-Kafirun.
So all of a sudden I caught a cold. No. No. Okay.
Do you want to start with Surah? We will start with Surah Al-Nasr.
Yeah.
Do you need the
I
screen?
wish I got a cold too.
No, it's fine.
Go ahead,
start now?
Yeah, start please. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. Okay, and now كافرون.
Kafirun, please. Yes.
Alright. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Jazakallah khairan. You did an awesome job. Your responsibility now, you take two surah at a time because you're still reviewing, right? So your responsibilities for Monday, Iyad, are Surah Al-Kawthar and Surah Ma'un.
Kawthar, I can do that now.
Mr. Dawud, can I read last or at the very last because I'm going to try my best. I'm going to practice Surah Zalzala before I
Okay. You're today you're gonna be the one before the last. You wanna give Liana your turn? Do you wanna give Liana your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Liana, she gave you her turn, so you want to be last today, Liana. Okay. Next is brother Rashid. Rashid, are you ready?
Okay, is that it for me?
Yeah, Jazakallah khair. Yeah, shukran. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Bye.
Rashid, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said, Rashid.
Can I practice a little bit more?
Okay, so you're going to go after Oralia. Okay. Liana, are you ready? Liana, are you there?
Liana left the meeting.
Why did she leave?
She left after Yasmin and Yusuf left.
No, she didn't leave after Iyad.
At this point, we should just switch her to Tuesday, Thursday, because she keeps on leaving during her days.
I'm going to move her to Thursday.
You can switch me with her. I offer myself.
No, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I just talked to her. I just let her read tomorrow because she didn't read it today, and keep her Monday, Wednesday. I don't know why she left. Okay, so now I have left Oralia and Rashid. One of you guys have to go now. Who's ready? Rashid or Oralia? Alia, you're Tuesday, Thursday, Alia, right? Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah, I think so.
You're Tuesday, Thursday. Don't forget, tomorrow you read Surah Al-Insan from 16 to 20. Tomorrow. I need one of you guys to read, either Rashid or Oralia.
I'm just going to leave now.
Ma salama. So you guys see you
Nasser.
tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have the game.
Yeah. Do it. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Alrighty, Rashid, who's ready?
Am I dismissed?
Yeah, Ali, you're dismissed. Yes.
Okay, bye.
Good. As-salamu.
Can I read?
You ready, Rashid?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, yalla. You're gonna start today from ayah number 16.
28.
From 16 to 20.
No, 28.
وَيَطُوفُ عَلَيْهِمْ. No, sorry, that's 15.
No, that's 28 to
قوارير.
30.
Start from قوارير.
Brother Dawod, that's 28 to 31.
Sorry?
28 to
Oh,
30.
I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. I'm looking at alias. I'm sorry. I'm so 28. 28. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Yes. From 28. I mixed up. No problem. So you start to read from 28. Yes. نحن خلقناهم. Go ahead.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. نحن خلقناهم وشددنا أسرهم وإذا شئنا بدلنا أمثالهم
أمثالهم.
أمثالهم تبديلا إن هذه تذكرة فمن شاء اتخذ إلى ربه سبيلا وما تشاءون إلا أن يشاء
إلا أن يشاء الله.
إلا أن يشاء الله إن الله كان عليما حكيما
إن الله كان عليما حكيما.
إن الله كان عليما حكيما يدخل من يشاء في رحمته وظالمين عددا لهم عذابا أليما
عد لهم عذابا أليما.
عد لهم عذابا أليما
ما شاء الله. Good job, Rashid. You did awesome. What I want you to do for next Monday is be ready for a test of all of Surah Al-Insan. Can you do that?
Yes, Brother Dawud.
Inshallah. All of Surah Al-Insan, a test. Inshallah.
Okay.
جزاكم الله خير, Rashid. Oralia, you're left. مع السلامة. Oralia?
I was trying to memorize this at least four ayahs in these seconds.
If it's too hard, just do whatever you can. Whatever, even if it's just 3. Go ahead. You could just read to it if you like. Or did we say? Oh, we said memorization. You read last time. Okay, I see my note now. Yeah. Okay, just memorize whatever you know. Go ahead. Start from 1. يلا. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها. Oralia?
Oh, my mute wasn't on.
Okay.
إذا زلزل الأرض زلزالها و و و
وأخرجت الأرض
وأخرجت الأرض وأخرجت الأرض
أثقالها
أثقالها
وقال الإنسان ما لها
وقالوا إنسان ما لها
وقال الإنسان ما لها
وقالوا إنسان ما لها
يومئذ
يومئذ
تحدث
تحدث
أخبارها.
أخبارها.
Okay, I'm gonna have you memorize it over those four. You weren't ready. So خلاص, I'll just write in my paper. You're gonna do them over memorization 1 to 4 on next week.
Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
By then you're gonna be ready for sure, inshallah.